Hello, writing students. I hope that you guys are all doing well, and I hope that everyone in the class watches this video and reads the information I'm sending out. I just wanted to go over a breakdown of how your grades are going to be figured, as well as give you an update and a heads up about the final exam. This is the layout of your grade book. As you can see, your post-tests that you've been doing on your labs, those are worth 25% of your grade. The recalls and applies go under that homework section there, and those are worth 20% of your grade. Anything that is not finished before the end of the semester, and honestly, everybody needs to really be done with recalls, applies, and lab tests, post-test by the end of this week, because you're going to want a little bit of time, a few days, to complete your final exams, and everything, including final exams, has to be done by May 6th, which is next week. So post-test, those are those 10 questions that are multiple choice that you're doing at the end of each lab. Those are worth 25% of your grade. Your lab work, recalls, and applies are worth 20. And then you have your writing assignments. Now, hopefully you guys watched the video I sent out a week or so ago that kind of helped to explain a little bit more. You basically have written on 3 topics, and for each topic, you've done a paragraph to help you then bridge that paragraph and then write an essay. Same topic, same points, but one is a paragraph, 8 to 12 sentences. The other is an essay, 5 paragraphs. So you've had 5 of those so far, moving into that last one, paragraph 3, due at the end of this week. And so those are all worth 20 points apiece, giving a total of 100 points, and that goes in for 25% of your grade. And remember, for this, you guys have been, I give you corrections, you redo them, I give you corrections, you redo it, and that gives you typically a full 20%. So you guys will have, if you've made those corrections ongoing, 100 for 25% of your grade, as long as you've done that and made corrections. You're going to get an attendance/participation grade if you've been working diligently. That's worth 10%. And then finally, you'll see down here your final exam. And so your final exam is both a written part and it is a grammar part. And you'll see each of those are worth 10% because those two average together for 20% of your grade. So let's talk a little bit about your final. So the final exam consists of 2 parts. Part 1 is a written part. It is essay number 6. It will be written, which is, typed and submitted just like you do. But unlike the other 5 writing assignments that you guys have been working on, this will be given a numerical grade on a 100-point scale. So not whatever out of 20 points. This will be given a grade. So you'll make a 75 or an 85 or a 92 or whatever the grade may be. You will not make revisions for this. You won't have to make revisions. So you're just going to give it your best go and submit it. That will be the written part. The other part is the grammar part. This is called the Grammar Skills Exam. It's a multiple choice test. There's somewhere, I believe, between 40 and 50 questions on it. It's formatted very much like your post-test. So your post-tests are generally 10 questions, multiple choice. That's exactly how this is, but it's 40 to 50 questions. It's kind of like they go back and pick like 2 or 3 questions from each post-test and put it all together for this final exam grammar skills test. Once you have completed both parts of the final, those 2 grades will average together. So whatever you make on essay 6, if that's an 80, and then whatever you make on your grammar skills test, if that's a 70, the average of those 2 would be a 75. So you would have a 75 for the final exam. You need to try to keep your grade above, you need above a 70 for that average. So maybe you make an 80 on the written portion, but you don't do so well in the grammar, and that's a 60. But as long as the 2 average to a 70, that's okay. Also, if you've been diligent and you've completed all of your labs and done all of your writing assignments and you've kept up with your work, you have the opportunity, if you need to, do a retake on one or the other. You can't retake on both portions, but you could retake on one or the other if that's necessary. And as far as when you can take the final exam, as soon as you are finished with all of your 5 writing assignments and you are finished with all of your lab post-test, I will allow you to go ahead in this week and jumpstart and go ahead and take those. Again, you have to take them by May 6th, no later. Both have to be in because I have to turn around and report my grades. So I can't give any later than May 6th, but you can take it as soon as you want this week, as long as you are finished with all of that other work. So hopefully this recording has helped. I'm also going to attach this information we're looking at right now in an email. And of course, please feel free to call me. My number is 352-897-0002, and I can talk you through any questions that you might have about the final or help with any of your applies that you might be stuck on.